Good morning, Delray Beach. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Jamel.
And we are here at one of the most beautiful hidden gems.
Listen, this place is really off the beaten path. It is a hidden gem, I can say that. The Delray Sands Resort. If you haven't been to this place, you have to come check it out.
You have to. I mean, just from the moment you step in, you're transported somewhere else. And I mean, look, you can sit here and see the beach. I mean, even when it's cold out, you could sit inside and still be at the beach.
Look, the pool, the deck you can sit out. You don't have to be a guest here, like say that you're staying here, you're sleeping. You can just come by and enjoy the amenities that they have.
Well, we were lucky enough to get to come and enjoy these amenities the other night.
The other night, yes.
The food and drinks were out of this world.
Let's not talk about it. Let's show them.
All right, we're going to show
We're going to go in and show you some of the food that we had, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. Check this out.
Hey, I'm Amanda.
Hey, I'm Jamel.
And we are here at Latitudes.
Yes, at the Delray Sands Resort over here on 818 Highland Beach. Guess what? I think this place is going to be the bomb. Let's go check it out.
You should have seen that ballet line. There were so many people waiting to get in here.
This is what? Monday night for dinner?
Monday night, and look how busy. I mean, you would think this is a Saturday. This is, crazy.
Outdoor, you got the view of the beach.
Oh, it doesn't get better than this.
It smells good too.
I know I'm hungry. No, I'm always hungry. It smells delicious.
Now, the trick is, being that it looks beautiful, there's a lot of people here. Now we really have to taste the food and see if the food is very good.
Of course, we get to make sure it's okay for you guys. We gotta.
So let us do the taste test.
Yeah, we're gonna be the guinea pigs to try it.
I know I'm gonna gain a lot of weight. Let's go.
Look at the menu. This is pretty. Oh, I'm excited.
You gotta be seafood.
It has to be.
This is a nice setup.
This is beautiful. I mean, look at the sky. I can't believe I've never been here. I've never been here.
You told us that this was like really like one of the top restaurants.
Yeah.
I never knew
It's a hidden gem that should not be hidden. Everyone needs to go try it.
Never heard of it. Hey, listen, this tuna, tartar, this thing is good. It's so fresh. It tastes like it just came out the sea. It's good. Can't beat it.
This was so good. I was so full. It was delicious. What was your favorite?
That seafood medley, coastal, shrimp baby, scallop, mussels, the coconut cake.
That coconut cake was, and the s'mores. I was expecting s'mores like stacked.
But I think it was really cool with the chocolate pie thing with the marshmallows.
And it was good for sharing. It was easier to eat. You didn't make a mess.
But
it was
everything
just
is like
yummy.
everything is like a work of art.
It is. The presentation is unbelievable. I can't wait to bring my husband back there.
Yeah, this would be a nice spot.
A good date night, a good place to celebrate.
Nice.
You have a birthday.
They have the private room. What about the drinks though?
Oh, the drinks were delicious.
Yeah, I had a coconut splash or something like that.
It was pretty. It was a pretty drink. It made you
A
feel like you're on vacation.
man shouldn't have a pretty drink.
You had a very manly, beautiful
Man should
drink.
have a pretty drink.
And I don't remember what mine was called, but it was like very fresh and delicious. I mean, really, truly, can't wait to come back.
Definitely. Love this.
You gotta check it out.
Latitudes, Delray Sands Resort. Go check it out.
7 thumbs up.
8.5. It's called bullying.
We had so much fun. We had a little too much fun because you had a fangirl.
Oh my God.
Fangirl. We were, I kid you not, friends, we were eating and drinking and having a nice time, and this woman comes over and says, "You're famous," and she had to have a picture, all the things. So I told him I was never gonna let it die down, so it's not going to. We're gonna make pins. Who wants a pin? Everybody in the room wants a pin. I'll be the president of the fan club, but we'll, you know. It was very funny. It was very cute. She was lovely. She was very sweet. She was very lovely.
I thought
she was
we were
very
supposed
excited.
to be talking about food, talking
Well,
about the Delray Sands. We have a guest waiting to come to the show.
We're talking about how welcoming and warm everyone here is
I agree.
at Delray Sands,
You know what?
including.
I have to give a shout out to Zeke, our server, who was
Oh my gosh. If you are here, ask for Zeke. He
Zeke.
was one of the best servers I think I've ever had.
This guy knows the menu in and out.
And if you say you don't like something or you like something, he's like, oh, then this, then this, then this. I mean,
I think he chose everything for me.
Yeah, I
Like,
think he chose everything for
so
all of us, actually.
I had the seafood. It was like a seafood
Platter.
trio platter. The lobster, the scallops.
gosh.
The
It was
the
so
squid,
good.
the coconut cake.
Oh, that coconut. I still think about that coconut.
And then I had a coconut drink as well.
Those drinks were so. You had that. I mean, it came
Listen,
in a pretty. Okay,
fellas,
we need to.
Valentine's Day is coming up.
Oh, that's a good
Listen,
one.
you don't have
yes.
You better call right now.
Yeah. So
Make
he
the
did the plans
appointment.
for you. So you don't have to think about it this year. You're off the hook. He's figured it out.
Tell him Jamel sent you when you come in. All right, tell him. If you're in the doghouse, call Latitudes right now, make your appointment. But you know what? This is what we're going to do. Let's bring on our next guest. Let him
Yes.
tell some other things about the Delray Sands Resort. You can talk more about the food. You can go ahead and introduce
Okay,
him.
so we have Derrick Clark, the general manager here at the Delray Sands Resort, coming to join us.
Oh, Derrick.
Hi, Derrick. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Okay, thank you guys.
We are so happy to be back here. I mean, it is just such a wonderful spot. Like, I was teasing him earlier. I was like, well, I kind of don't want to tell anybody about this because then we're not going to be able to get to come in. Because on a Monday, you were slammed.
Yep.
This was not a normal Monday here.
Yes.
It looked like it was Saturday night, right?
I totally agree. Derrick, how long have you been here? Talk about your history here at the property.
So my father was the general manager before me. I took over in March.
Amazing.
He was the general manager before me for about 25 years.
Wow.
So I've been here for a majority of my life. I've grown up here.
Legacy.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love it.
So I've worked about every position you can work at this hotel.
Oh my
and yeah, I took over for him in March, and I kind of watched him do it for 25 years and show me the ropes, and doing my best right now.
So you had the best training.
You know what I thought was one of the
Decades.
coolest things? You said the school bus.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
After school used to drop you off here.
Yeah. So middle school and high school, my school bus used to drop me off here.
And all of your friends thought that you lived here at
They
the
thought
hotel.
I lived at a hotel for a while.
You're like, this is my home. Welcome to my pool.
But even worse, I'd have to come here, throw a uniform on, and get to work right after school. So clean the parking lot.
So of all the hats you had to wear working here at the hotel, like what's that one hat that you think, oh man, I love that position? Besides, I know general
Right
manager
now,
is kind
I
of
was
cool.
like, I think
he's
I don't think you
kind of-
get any better than that. But
You know, I surprisingly love the front desk. You have
Yeah.
contact with every person that walks in here. You can kind of affect their stay as soon as they walk in the
Right.
door. And quite often, you kind of throughout their stay, you're talking to them and seeing them, and you can touch a lot of guests here when you're at the front desk.
So what's that one thing about the restaurant here and your property here that sets you apart from everything else here in Delray Beach?
Well, I mean,
Or
outside of our
Highland Beach?
location,
The location on
mean-
the
it's tough
beach.
to beat that. We
Yeah.
are the only beachfront restaurant and hotel pretty much in the area. And we're kind of off the beaten path here, like you guys said. So while you're only 2.5 miles from downtown Atlantic, you're kind of feel like you're not really in downtown Atlantic anymore. You kind of get off the beaten path, and if you want to go back and do Atlantic, you're only 2.5 miles away, like I said. But it's kind of a private resort feel, a little more intimate.
Absolutely. And you feel like you're at a resort somewhere outside of Delray,
Right.
which is really nice because you can stay here and get that little, I don't know, staycation for all of us who are local.
I totally agree.
And then you can go right back downtown after you hang out here by the pool and the beach. And I
Yeah.
mean, it's stunning. So is there something that you love on the menu for everybody who's watching that when they come, they have to try it?
So I do the mini ahi tuna tacos, probably in excess. They usually
In
come in 3 or
excess.
4. I usually order them by the 8 or 10. So I put those down quite a bit. The crab crusted grouper for the dinner menu is great. I'm usually here during the morning, so whenever I kind of stay here during the evening, I like to kind of get back there and try
Well, you know
that.
what?
Yum.
I hate, I'm one of those people that just say, let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's be about it. We have this
Yes,
food
let's
sitting
show
over here.
it.
Absolutely. So
Now-
we have a.
Now I want to. Let's
Okay.
go over here. Let's go over here and take a
Come on
look.
over.
All
'Cause
right.
all of our viewers always say, "Oh, you guys just talk about food all the
So
time."
we did have this.
Oh my
This is
God.
our tuna
This is
poke.
amazing. Wait, turn it so they can see the presentation. This is drawn on. This isn't the plate. And they put the most beautiful orchids in garnish.
Yeah, they do a great job with that.
I mean, that is art.
Yeah.
And it's just as delicious as
You don't
it
even want
looks.
to touch it though.
right.
And I know when we looked at it, we were like, ooh.
You don't want to touch it, but guess what?
Dive in, yeah.
We're gonna do
I'm gonna show
Do
you.
you have-
I'm gonna show you better than I can tell
It's
you.
gonna fall. We're gonna have tuna on the floor. It is delicious.
You know, it's one thing that I love.
What?
Only thing I'm missing is
You love
music.
food.
So you start to eat, you
You
start
just
to
love
dance
all
a
of it,
little bit. Food good. So the tuna tastes so fresh. So usually when you go into restaurants and they have the tuna, a lot of people don't like because it has that stench to it.
Right.
But you don't smell. This is fresh.
Pride ourselves in freshness here.
If you go somewhere and they have a stench to their food, don't eat it.
Right.
I was
right.
gonna say, Jamal, where are you eating something that has
I'm
a
sorry.
stench to it?
Not here, luckily.
Definitely not here. This
It's
is
a place-
delicious.
No, I'm telling you, I ain't gonna say
It's fresh. You don't get this anymore. It is fresh. It is beautiful. I mean, look at this. Jamal, do you want to show? Oh, I don't know how you're going to show us. We're going to walk over here again.
Okay.
This is. So what is this?
So this is one of our seafood towers. We do have, this is one for 4. We also have a smaller one for 2, for obviously you can't put all
Wow.
that down.
It's not for 4. This is for 1.
This is for Jamel.
Yeah, it's for Jamel alone. So it's a little bit of everything. We have oysters, shrimp, lobster tails, crab legs, king crab in there. So
Everything I love.
yeah, if you can't pick one of them, you can try them all.
I know. Well, you know we're going to be having
Jamel
this
is.
after. Wow. I'm going to have an oyster after this. I'm just not going to slurp that because that's not pretty for anybody.
Right.
To
So-
see.
Am I not supposed to be eating this?
No, you can have all of it.
Oh, okay. It's too
Dig
late.
in, dig in.
It's too late. Now this is great.
This is beautiful.
So this is what you're looking at. I'm gonna tell you something about just ocean properties and everything that's going on. So I was debating. You had 50 Ocean, you had Latitudes. It's almost the whole debate between LeBron and Michael Jordan, like who's the best.
But that's the thing, they're all the best in their own way. I think that's what's so special about this group of properties. You each have something special to offer. So if you're coming to Delray Beach to stay, you can go to every place and have a different, beautiful experience.
I totally
But
agree.
really, I mean, come on. This
This is
is
great.
unbelievably beautiful.
All right,
And I
don't-
intend on having.
Don't
Don't
touch
take
that.
us away. Nobody take
We're
it.
coming back. We're coming back to touch that in a
So
little
just
bit.
a couple more questions, Derrick, before you leave us. So is there anything else that when they are checking in here, because especially locals, you know, a lot of times we just want to get out of our house, and we live in the greatest town on earth, in my humble opinion.
I agree.
So what do you recommend when they come and stay here? What should their first day of their stay look like?
Well, obviously, heading to the beach is what I always recommend. We do food and drink service out there, so you kind of one-stop shop. You can get out there. We do include 2 lounge chairs and an umbrella that comes with your room, so you get to go out there and you can just enjoy food and beverage out there.
So you know, when I get my beach body ready,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some coconut.
Well, we
oil.
better stop coming and having big,
come-
beautiful
come lay out
meals
on
if
the
you want to
beach.
get if we want to get beach ready.
Right.
You probably will kick me out. You probably will trespass me if I take my shirt off.
Oh my gosh, stop.
We'd love to have you. Absolutely.
Well, thank you
No
so
problem.
very
Well,
much
thank
for
you.
having
Thank
us.
you,
Is there
Derrick, for
anything
having us and hosting
last
us.
things you want anybody to know about your
No,
property?
well, we look forward to getting some people out here that haven't visited before,
Yes.
like both of you.
You have
Okay.
to come.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I can't wait to bring my husband back. I was telling him, I was like, oh, and this was delicious, and we had this, and he's like, you did all this while I was sitting at
Right,
home.
right.
I was like, well,
Make
sorry.
them jealous. We have to bring him back.
I got to bring him back for Valentine's Day. I love that idea.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, I love it.
Thank you so very much for everything.
Absolutely.
And we will see you soon.
Thanks, Derrick.
Thank you
I
so much.
appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that thing is calling my name.
Yes, it is.
It looks so good.
So you know what? While you do the rest of the interviews, I'm gonna stand over.
No, you get in a chair. We have so many wonderful guests today.
Yes.
I mean, I think this is by far going to be one of the most special shows we've ever gotten to do here.
This is going to be an awesome show. As you guys know, also you'll be later on in the show. You'll see that our seniors from Atlantic High School, a lot of them will be signing today with their college of their choice,
Yes.
which is National Signing Day.
So we want to call. There's a lot of them. We have an audience today, which
We
is
have a
so
speaker.
exciting. We haven't had an audience in years. I don't think as long as you've been on the
No,
show.
they
I think
kept
the
us in
last one we
timeout.
had-
They keep us
we
in
were
timeout around-
Like those two don't behave. Nobody can watch what happens.
Right, definitely.
But so, talking about fun events and really cool things that are happening, I want to welcome our next guest. You want to
Yes,
bring him on?
let's go. Let's bring on Mr. Derrick Clark. Come on in.
He's the chairman of the board from Hotels at Sea.
Yes.
Hello, how
Good to
are
see you.
you?
How you
Thanks
doing?
for
Good to see you.
coming.
Nice to see you.
So you always have a lot of fun, fabulous things going on. So what's going on these days?
Well, we're excited to say that we've relaunched the cruise industry. So you can come here and you get this beautiful view, but if you don't have the chance to come here, our ships are ready.
So are you sailing yet?
We're sailing again, and that's part of our mission with Hotels at Sea. We're advocating, and we do represent all the cruise lines. And we are a luxury expert, so we focus on the suites and the luxury market and large groups to go out at the sea.
So where can they find you? Because that sounds amazing. I'm ready to sign up. Where do we sign up?
Well, sign up by going to hotelsatsea.com and learn about all the programs we do. What's unique about us is that we curate many programs.
Oh.
So we will put together a program of wine and food in France or Australia or, river cruising, through the Danube. So we do so many unique programs where it's a celebration of food, wine, and culture.
So what do you have to say about those individuals that's thinking about the pandemic, thinking about COVID? What are some of those measures that you guys are putting in place to basically make your customers and clients feel comfortable?
Yeah, great question. The fact is, the cruise industry is probably the safest place to be. We're the only industry that makes sure all our guests and the crew are vaccinated, and we do testing. And you can't say that about all-inclusive land resorts in the Caribbean. They don't do that. Not to denigrate them, but we have more protocols in place than any other industry. And we have systems that kill COVID constantly on board our ships.
Oh.
So it's constantly cleaning the environment, and
Oh,
you're
wow.
at sea.
Yes.
So if you have a balcony, you can open
You
the
can
door.
open the door
Yes.
and you get that fresh air.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I know with all this seafood in the ocean, I'm ready. It's time.
I'm scared of ships.
You are? Not his ships, though. I mean, like he said, like, this is luxury.
No, I agree. So what's that memorable experience that you have? Just being on a ship or being out to sea. Talk about that experience.
It's a couple things. One is the new people you meet, the friends that you make. Generally, when you're on board a cruise ship, you make friendships that end up becoming a lifetime of friendships. It's the food and wine. You know, for example, the latest celebrity cruises ship is now going to have a restaurant that Daniel Boulud, 3 Michelin star
Wow.
chef, is going to be on board a Celebrity Beyond, sailing in April.
Nice.
And you know, you're talking about some of the best in the world now on board with Celebrity Cruises. And Celebrity is a great partner with us. They're, you know, I own a polo team called Hotels at Sea Polo Team, and that's our primary partner, Celebrity Cruises.
Amazing.
And we love them, and you know, hopefully they love us. We just won 2 U.S. national championships
Wow.
playing polo for the last 2 years here.
That's
so
amazing.
We're pretty excited.
I want to learn how to play polo.
It is. I mean, I've never played, but it is so much fun to watch.
I was waiting for you to say that.
No,
you
I'm
played.
Want me to
not.
get you guys on a horse?
Oh my gosh, please! That would be the best show ever.
We can do a hit off where both of you are on a horse and who can hit the ball the farthest.
That's one of those things where I can't do two things at once.
Yes.
You're like, how
Oh,
can
so
I
I'm
hit a
gonna
ball
win.
and
Let's
ride
do
a-
it, Sarah.
and
Sign
ride a
us up.
horse at the
Sign
same
us
time?
up. That's like when Tamika goes. We did a challenge one time at a gym, and Tamika said, "Ask for this, this, and this," because you know he looks like Superman. So and
No.
I am, you know, I'm a mom. Like so, everyone's like, "Oh,
Don't
Jamel's
start
good.
telling people that you
Jamel's
beat me in a
gonna,
workout.
he's gonna win.
My son is in here. Don't tell
I
people
won.
that.
I won. I beat your dad. And I didn't think I could do it honestly, but Tamika, I mean, we both had the same trainer, and so she told me his weakness. So Polo, you can't
I
ride
think
in.
you both
I
did that.
don't ride a horse.
You can't ride and hit the thing though. You just said
I
it.
never tried it.
I think this sounds like we're gonna have
I
to
think
give it
Sarah,
a
we
go.
need a
We'll meet you out
challenge.
at the polo ground. We're going to make
We
sure.
will be there.
And we're going to bring the field
do
crew
another
too.
show.
We'll do another show out.
As I fall off
On the
and like
horses.
don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know anything
He's
about
gonna
polo.
try.
You're probably naturals. You don't even know it. And you know we have more females entering the sport of polo than we do in any other sport. It's
I was
really
actually
incredible.
wondering
Yeah.
that. What?
Yeah, it's a
how
co-ed,
many?
co-ed program.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, men and women play together in the sport.
That's pretty cool.
And now we have the new, it just launched a few weeks ago, the Delray Beach Polo Program.
Oh.
Where now we have players here in Delray Beach, and we're playing all throughout the community in Palm Beach County.
Oh my gosh.
And then who knows, one day we're going to be playing maybe on a beach here
Oh
in
my
Delray.
gosh.
We are working on that.
That would be
That is great.
amazing.
And you know, beach polo is pretty exciting, you know, to see. Can
Right.
you imagine?
That
a
has to be
beautiful
hard
ocean
though,
here?
right?
Yeah.
That has to be even
Horses love
harder.
it.
Oh, they do.
love the sand. They love the
Okay.
water. Oh,
That'd be
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, they
So
love it.
if anybody wanted to find more information, you know, about hotels at sea or even about a polo, can you give them a website or where can they find more
Absolutely.
information?
So for polo in the community, go to delraybeachpolo.com.
Yes.
And then for the cruise industry, if somebody's interested in buying a cruise from us and getting on board any of our ships, hotelsatsea.com.
Amazing.
And one of the unique things we do when we curate our programs is Hotels at Sea also owns our own winery.
Oh.
Yes. So we have wines that are custom made for us, and I'm the enologist, I'm the winemaker. My degree is from UC Davis, and my focus was enology, which
Oh,
is the science
that's
of wine.
cool.
Science of wine. So all you do is just taste wine all day.
Well, you're
Sign
making
me
it,
up.
but
Sign me up. Can I? Are you?
Wanna try it?
Do you have open employment
Sure,
there?
sure.
Yeah, I'd love to.
I'm gonna let you guys try
Yes.
it. I'm not.
You're on the clock today.
This is our latest. This is the rosé. This is
Oh, this is beautiful.
This is made with Syrah Cabernet Sauvignon,
Right.
and it's fermented to dryness, so there's no sugar. Okay, which is nice. Cheers. Cheers. Salud.
Cheers.
To the
Cheers,
cruise
salute,
is being
salute.
open again.
Here's to the cruise industry. Here's to you all. Here's to the Delray Beach community.
Yes.
We're proud to be the tourism partner for the Delray
Yes.
Beach Chamber of Commerce, and you know we love this community, and we're excited to bring more and more programs to the community, and we can't wait to get you two on a polo
Yes,
horse.
I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna do this.
I'm gonna give you a couple,
we're gonna make this
glasses
happen.
of wine before we get on the horse, so you can't.
What do you think?
Oh, this is nice.
Isn't that gorgeous?
This is really nice. It's not too sweet. I don't like any wines that are too sweet. I know some people do. This is really beautiful.
So
This is
can-
rated
so-
top 10 in the world, by the way.
So for some of the viewers and some of the people that's
Oh
in the
my
room, if they
gosh.
wanted to buy some of the
Wow.
wine, where would they purchase it?
That's the exciting thing. You can get it at the polo games.
Okay.
You can get on select ships. We are just announcing we're going to allow it to the Delray Beach community, to restaurants and bars.
Oh my gosh.
It's limited. It's by invite only. So you can ask for it at your favorite
How about
restaurant or bar.
individuals? Like, how about if I want this at my house? Because this is delicious.
Yes.
Well, that will have to go through a retailer.
Okay.
Well, unless you know
you
somebody.
know me. I can just give you a
That's what I was about to say. You guys
I'm the owner of the winery. That's
Excuse me, I would like 20 million cases of this.
Right.
I mean, this is beautiful. This is delicious, and it makes you feel like you're on vacation.
Well, that's what we want.
Yeah.
And we're welcoming everyone to get back on our cruise ships.
Yes.
And come out, start sailing with us, and we'll take good care of you. We look after our friends in the community.
Yes, awesome. Thank you
Well,
very much for
all
joining
that
us.
Thank you for having me.
And we can't
Cheers.
wait to come
Cheers.
and
Pleasure.
play polo
Can't wait
with
to get you on a polo boat.
Yes. Oh my gosh, so much fun.
Yes.
I'm gonna have more of this with this as soon
Yes.
as I'm done to
Right.
celebrate the rest of our celebrations today.
You know what? So now, like the segments, like from this part on in the show, is really it's gonna be geared towards Atlantic High School,
All about the boys.
about the school. But I think in order to really get to the school and talk about the school, I think the only person you really should hear from is our wonderful principal,
100%.
Ms. Edwards. Let's bring Ms. Edwards on. Principal Edwards.
Okay, so you are being interviewed as well today, sir. So I'm switching seats with
So
you.
you want me to switch? So you
Yep,
want to interview?
you are a guest now as well, sir. Welcome, Ms. Edwards. I'm so happy to have you.
Thank you.
Have a seat.
for
So
having me.
you did this to me once before and interviewed me.
Oh my.
We're swapping places. So I am so excited about everything that you have happening at your school. I hear little clips all the time about things from Jamel, and it is amazing. I mean, the programs that you have, and you have so many kids moving on to play in college. How do you feel?
I am just in awe of everything that's going on. And not that they're moving on, but the students are like student athletes. And Coach Stewart is very good about making sure that education is first. And they're just good kids. So I'm just excited for them for this opportunity.
Absolutely. So,
Oh,
Coach,
yeah,
no,
actually.
you're not allowed to ask any questions. Well, no, I will. I'll let you. But I want to talk to you a little bit about this too, because everyone knows you from Delray Morning Live, from 1-800-CALL-LEE, but they don't know you as Coach Stewart as much as a lot of the community does. Some people, that's all they know you as. So
Right.
I just want to talk a little bit about your team and what you've built, because you have achieved a lot in a small amount of time with your kids.
Well, I can't say that. I have achieved
Well,
a
you
lot.
and your team.
But
Right.
you know, there's a slew of people behind the scenes. When you talk about the coaches, a lot of them are here in the room.
Yeah.
You talk about the teachers, the administration at Atlantic High School. Behind the scenes, there's a lot of community supporters, and you'll meet some of them. Miss Swanko. Even you brought up Lee, who's a mentor. I mean, you talk about our police department. There are so many people that's a part of us making our program a success.
Absolutely.
You know, and I just have the luxury of being the head of that, but I can't take the credit for it. You know, and then again, even the parents that really
Yes.
buy into the mission and buy into the program as well. So it's a slew of people. I mean, I can't really say. I mean, but I can tell you this: on the field, without the coaching staff from those guys, it won't be nothing. You know.
Absolutely.
But the kids, I can say that the kids, they work hard. Football is really year round for them. You know, and what you'll see later on today, I remember as a young boy growing up here in Delray, my goal was to play college football or even go to the NFL, because the hope is that I can set my family straight, you know, by making that impact. And I think every day that these kids play the sport, they go to work out, even today, that's one step closer to their ultimate goal.
Amazing.
You know, so. But now I want to ask Ms.
You're
Edwards
allowed.
some
Yes, sir.
questions.
Go for
I don't like talking. So just for the people that don't know you, Ms. Edwards, let's talk about your background in education. I know you grew up in this wonderful city. I'll let you say where you grew up at. And then we'll go from there.
Okay. Yes, I grew up in Delray Beach, so I'm a resident of Delray Beach. I was very excited to become the principal of Atlantic, but my educational background, I attended Florida A&M University. I received a bachelor's in elementary education, and then I went on to Nova Southeastern University. I received a master's degree in guidance and counseling, and then I took it a step further, and I received a specialist degree in educational leadership.
Wow.
And yes. So this is where I am now, and yeah,
So
I'm alive.
That is huge. I mean,
The only
she's
thing
like,
that
oh,
I
and then
didn't
I
like,
did- and then, I mean,
the school, the first school, it said something. What
oh,
was,
you.
So that was my rival school. So I went to the
He's
Great
trying to bring out.
Bethune-Cookman
He's trying to bring out
University.
rivalries.
Yes, he is. Right now.
Right now, Jamel.
See, and Chief Sims also went to that school.
Oh,
I call it that school.
That school. No.
No, but it's a wonderful school. I mean,
That is
you know,
amazing.
the thing about it, I can say this is your first year as a principal in a high school, right?
Yes, it is.
So how is
okay.
that transition working with the little ones to now working with the bigger little ones?
Oh, the big school.
Okay, so I was an elementary principal, a middle school principal, and now I'm a high school principal. So I've had all 3 levels, and I must say that the high school is by far the best because while we're here today, I get an opportunity to see that. When they're little, you want to kind of get them on the right track, but like at the high school level, this is where it happens. So high school is by far the best. My transition was pretty good because I was at Carver Middle, so I knew majority of the kids when I became the principal of Atlantic. So it's been amazing.
That is such a special experience to be able to see them
Yes.
grow up into the next phase and now going on to the next phase.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Beyond high school.
Oh, that is, I mean, really wonderful. And we just have to give you guys a shout out again and everybody involved in the program for, I mean, I'm looking around and seeing all these young men that are going on to achieve the next level of their dream. And I mean, I get chills. Like, that's what we wish for all the kids is for everybody, for everybody that they get to follow their dreams. And here they're doing it.
Yes.
In such, I mean, we're all distracted because a lot of people are coming in now.
We're not
So we're going to
used
have
to
a
this.
big celebration
Yes.
for these boys.
This is
Right.
exciting.
So
Yes.
is there anything else that you want to particularly talk about with your program, with your school, that people may not know?
I mean, the biggest thing for us is, especially with our coaching staff and the school, we don't look at it as a football team. We look at it as a whole program.
Yep.
So it's really year-round. The sport itself that's played on the field is about 3 months. But this is a year-round program. We're trying to mentor and mold these young men to help them become better citizens.
Yes.
You know, I think it's to drive the academics, go to school, you know, get your degree. Because the thing, you look at it like less than 1% of players go off to the NFL. You know, but at least when you walk away with your degree in hand, at least now you can really make an impact on your family. And that's the way that you start really building generational wealth at the end of the day. So driving that and honing in on those academics is very important for us.
And I think what you said is important too, because I think there is in any industry, there's only a very small percent is going to go on to that top level. But the lessons that they learn along the way from the things that you're teaching on the field in school, I mean, that goes a long way into any industry that, I mean, maybe you wind up wanting to work at a beautiful resort like this or whatever your path takes you.
You know, the thing about it too, you got the academics, you got the athletic side, but then community engagement.
Yes.
You know, so our kids this summer were really able to take part in a lot of community service projects. You know, when you heard about the building collapsing down in Surfside,
Yeah, they were there.
a team of players went down there to help out down at that site. Doing things just in the community to beautify, helping beautify Carver Middle School, you know, taking them to help out at the local elementary schools. Because at the end of the day, it's not all about us. We may think that we go through certain challenges or certain issues, but there's always somebody else that's doing worse than what we are at the end of the day. And I want to teach our kids really not to be selfish and understand that it's bigger than you.
Oh, that's amazing.
You know,
That
so
really
that's
is
one of those
amazing.
big things that we want to hone into them about.
I agree.
Wow, like, I mean, it's so much more than football. We're here to talk about football, but there's so much happening behind the scenes. And really, I'm just gonna, on the behalf of all of us in Delray Beach, thank you for what you're doing for all of you, these students, and our residents here in town.
Yes.
And when the next season starts, can people come and watch? How do they watch?
We will love to invite everybody out to our game. We don't have our fall schedule yet.
Okay.
But we're working on our spring game. So we want to bring the whole community out. That's our goal, is to really
I think that's a great
put on a
plan.
show for the whole community of Delray and also bring back another state title to the city of Delray.
Yes.
You know, that's our
that
goal.
would be great. Well, when we came the other day, he had his ring on, and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't even see that. And I was like, whoa! I was like, that's what happens when you win.
Well, you know the thing
I
about
was like, I don't get anything when I
need
win.
one.
She does need one. Where's hers?
You know, some of the kids that you'll get a chance to see today, they worked very hard for this. It was something that we never really brought to Atlantic High School, and it shows, like, with their extra work that they're putting in the classroom, that they're doing in a community. Everything is coming full circle. You know, this season didn't go the way that we wanted it to, but it was a lot of life lessons learned. You know, so we sit down, we assess what went wrong, and we look back and say, these are the changes that we're going to make. And I can guarantee you those changes will be made, and it won't happen again, I tell you that.
Well, I think a lot. All of you out there, get ready. He's got plans.
With the coaches, I mean, with our coaches, they're so eager, and these guys are. Everybody knows coaching in the state of Florida is really volunteer work. You know, you put in way more than what you get out, and we're not in it for the money whatsoever. We're in it for a day like this. to watch them graduate.
Yes.
That's when we
Yes.
get our gratification at the end of the day.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that. And is there anything else that you would like to add about your school? Or?
Oh, I just want to thank Coach Stewart, the coaches, like you said, and the teachers there that are just motivating the kids. Miss Jane and everyone that sponsors and just gives back to the school. It really means a lot. But just as the principal here, I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for all of your hard work to both of you and everybody else involved in this program.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
you know what? And I want to also thank our parents.
Yes,
Parents, we
the
couldn't do this without you
parents.
all.
That's right.
Yeah, so
that
thank
is
you all
right.
for what you do.
She said she was shy. Y'all see that? She's not shy at all. She was trying to get on the camera.
You were made for the camera. I love it.
But then again, you know, we want to thank you for even
Yes.
supporting our program and really bringing this whole. You know, Atlantic has been through a lot. And you know, whenever change happens, you know, there's a lot of it's usually a rocky road and a rough road, but you've been able to stand 10 toes down and stand in the pain and really corral everybody, you know, and getting everybody aboard the ship and buying into your vision and what you want
And
for
it
the
has
high
not
school.
been easy, but it's been working.
You know, but
But it's been working. I totally agree.
you know, I tell a lot of
Yes.
people it's usually lonely at the top, but you're doing a great job of corralling everybody.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yes,
Coach Stewart. I
yes.
appreciate that.
No problem. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on and joining
Thanks for having me. I
us.
appreciate it.
Yes.
Now you know I have to say, like I'm nervous.
I know you are. I could see you fidgeting today.
I'm never really-
I've never
never
seen
really
you
get
nervous. And I
nervous.
thought you were teasing when you said you were nervous.
You got Commissioner Johnson. in the
I
front
know. We
row.
have a lot of celebrities here today.
Mr. Coleman. Look at Mr.
I know.
Coleman standing over there like a bouncer.
And you guys can't see what we're. Oh, you're going to be able to see what we're seeing. This is a room full of so many beautiful residents and important members of our town.
I think even looking at the crowd, a lot of people don't know. Like when we sit and film this show, it's just us two and the camera crew in the room. So now we're sitting in front of a lot of
A
people.
lot of people.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
should've
you're making me nervous. I wasn't nervous before, Jamel. Now I'm nervous,
My
too.
diaper's so sweaty right now.
Stop.
No, it is.
You are bad.
All right, let's come back to the show. I'm trying to tell you, none of this show is scripted.
No, it's not.
It's not scripted at all.
It's
so
always,
you
we're
never know
always
when it
cooking.
come out
Whatever
of our
you
mouth.
see really happens here.
All right, so but you know what? The other thing that I want to bring forth. So
Yes.
some of our young men, you'll see them wearing their
Oh, they
blazers.
look so handsome.
They wear.
Everybody looks beautiful in
Yeah.
this room. You know what I have to say? I'm just going to interrupt you for a second. Everybody, we're in clothes again.
She
We're not
always
at
interrupt me.
home. We're not at home in our pajamas. We are out
Yes,
celebrating a very important day together.
yes.
And that should be celebrated also.
Yes, I
like,
agree.
look.
This is, and I can say this, without support
Yes.
of the sponsors and people behind the scenes, you know, Ms. Swanko, I want to bring up
Yes.
two people or three that really supports our team, supports our guys behind the scenes, and talk about how they got fully invested
Absolutely.
and to partner with Macy's to supply our young men with these blue blazers. So you know what, when they go off to college, they have something to make
Yes.
them to look sharp. So I want to bring on Mr. Morris and Mr. Linguist real quick. Where are they? Come on to the forefront.
Oh, it's just two of them.
Yeah, it's two of them. Where you want to bring them at?
I guess we'll go. Should we go on?
You wanna move here?
So they can have this one.
Yeah.
Or here, do you want to sit next to her?
Yeah, I'll sit.
Okay, awesome.
We're
doing the dance. We're doing
the dance.
Nice to see you. Thank you
on
for
down.
coming. Nice to see you.
See these young fellas? They look great.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Everyone in the room looks so
Yes, yes,
beautiful
yes.
today.
So we'll start off with you, Mr. Morris. How did you get involved with the Atlantic High football program?
I was actually a guest of David, and he said, we've got to go to a signing day. And I said, what is that? He said, well, it's really cool. So we pulled into Atlantic High, and all these wonderful young guys are up there, and the whole school is there cheering them on because they're signing. And, you know, football, for both David and myself, I'll give him a little. He's a Minnesota boy and went to Harvard to play football.
Wow.
And in my community, playing football was a big deal. I made the team as a freshman, and then everybody got bigger. and I don't have the speed that some of these young men have.
Right.
So by the time of junior year, I was considering soccer. But, you know, high school football is a team sport where you learn to depend on the guy next to you. You know, if the big tackle doesn't knock the guy out of the way for the linebacker to make the tackle, it just doesn't happen. So, you know, And then David said, well, there's a way you can get involved. There's a group that want to send these young men off looking pretty sharp. And as my father said, you know, you can't go wrong showing up in anything with a blue blazer and a nice tie. And you know, I mean, the first thing I ever had as a kid, never had a suit. My dad gave me a blue blazer. So pretty excited to see all these fellows, and I guess a lot of them are going off to college first time in their family. How exciting is that? So
I love it.
Wonderful.
I love it. So Dave, how did you get involved with the program?
Well, I met Janie. Janie is the sort of the queen, the big organizer, the go-to person for the big support effort I think that we have for the Atlantic High School football team. As far as getting properly dressed and off to their colleges and actually being prepared for the college entrance exams. She's got a program for that. She's got a program for, learning how you comport yourself at various social things that I think is helpful to the kids going off. And I've got to say, I'm excited by what a difference actually a lot of people in this room have made and will continue to make, to make the output of the Atlantic High School football team to be great citizens, good people, energetic and enthusiastic contributors.
And one thing I can say is that Mr. Morris and Mr. Glings, their wives are here as well, so they're big supporters of it. So the kids, they're getting the blue blazers, partnering with Macy's, and they're also getting ties and everything to look sharp. And these gentlemen, sometimes you see them with the helmet on, and you don't really know, at the shoulder pads. But then when they put on their suits, they just bring it to life, and you're just like, oh my gosh! And also sometimes it brings tears to the mother's eyes and the dad's eyes when their kids dress up. She's probably crying right now behind the
Well, sooner or later, they're all going to have job interviews.
Right. Absolutely.
And that's the part I want to get
Yes.
to. You spoke about
That's
it.
what the whole thing builds towards.
For sure.
Right. So you said that you never owned a suit until your father gave you that blue blazer.
exactly.
Yes.
And in the 70s, everybody went to bell-bottom suits and wild things. And my dad said, "You're going to go for that first interview. Put the blue blazer on and a nice tie, like all these fellas look today, and then you'll shine, and your suit won't shine." And
Right.
that's pretty important because you're selling yourself.
Right.
You're not selling your suit.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
that blue blazer will do you all well, fellas.
All right. Well, we want to thank both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you and your wives for basically being a part of this program,
And the
working with Miss
generosity.
Winkler. Yeah, this generosity. And I mean, I went to the first event. It was over at the Elks Lodge, and I don't know what to say. You rarely find people like yourselves, and this program wouldn't be a success with a lot of things that you guys are doing behind the scenes as well to support us. So we just want to say thank you.
Privilege
Thank you
for us.
so
All right.
much.
Thanks.
No problem.
And thank you for being here this morning.
Yes, and thank you for coming. So, yeah. All right.
I mean, so you get to see just how many incredible people, and this is only just scratching the
Yes, just
surface
scratching
of
the surface.
how many wonderful people have come together for this beautiful program in this town.
Yes, I think, and what Mr. Lingus was saying, when we talk about the program, he's talking about the etiquette classes and things that we're doing throughout the summer, the community
so
service.
important.
It's so important to him, So
To create well-rounded people, like you
yes,
said.
yes. I think for a while, as a football coach, your goal is like, oh, I want to go out and win. Your mission is to go out and win and get a state championship, but sometimes you have to step back from that.
Yeah.
And I think if your mission and you change your mindset, my mission is to grow these young men
Yes.
to be well citizens.
Absolutely.
It will transfer out on the field.
100%.
And I think, it's hard to get lost in between those wins and those losses. You can get lost, but sometimes you got to really step back and come back to what's your why and what's
Yep.
your mission when dealing with these young men.
Absolutely.
It's really just to help them grow. So sometimes we have to show tough love. If kids are not doing what they're supposed to do inside of the classroom, where they may have to sit a game or sit out for a quarter or whatever it may be. But we're trying to teach them a lesson in the long run. So, I mean, with the coaches, one of my big mentors on our coaching staff, Coach Ross, who also recruited me and coached me in college, you know, he's always reminded me about what our core values and what our core goals are as a team and as a family. So that's why I say that I can't really take you know, all of the accolades for it. It's basically a team that does this.
Absolutely. And I think that shows who you are as a person, though, too, Jamel. And I'm going to give you personal credit. The fact, but really, the fact that you always share the credit and the love.
Yeah. No, you have to, because it's not about me.
No.
It's not about me at the end of the day. It's about the greater good, and it's more, you know, they talk about Atlantic Community High School. It's about the community supporting the high school as well. So that's what
this is our school. This is our town school, and I
Yes.
think it is amazing. And I think for the next season, we need to get even more people out there watching these kids who are working so hard to play a game they love.
Yes, and we're always looking for support from the community.
Okay,
And
so where can people support?
People always ask me, say, how do we support?
Yes,
My thing,
how?
Come out to the program.
Okay.
I'm not asking you to give anything. Just come. And when you see these young men walking around the neighborhood, just give them a thumbs up. Give them a hug. You never know what they're going through. That's the support that I'm looking for.
Yes.
You know, and everything else will really fall into place from there.
I love it.
Look how sharp that guy looks right there.
I know. Around the room, I mean, it's just, I'm so excited. This is such a beautiful day. Such a beautiful, it's unraveling quick, guys. I think we better close it.
Yeah.
Wait, we have.
We're gonna, yes. Go ahead, you can tell
Okay,
me.
wait. Before we finish up the fun here, we have to make sure we share the announcements of all the other events that are happening. We're getting ready to party over here, but
in a little bit.
There are a ton of other amazing things happening right here in Delray Beach. We have Economic Development and Government Affairs Friday Forum, Friday, February 4th, that's a tongue twister, from 8 to 9 a.m., free via Zoom. Greetings to Meetings and Networking Workshop, Tuesday, February 8th from 8:30 to 10 a.m. For all of these events, make sure you register at chamber.delraybeach.com/events. And the Chairman's Club Luncheon. This is an opportunity to get to go to Drift, which we had the privilege of dining at, and it is amazing. It is Wednesday, February 9th from 11:45 to 1 p.m. And Focus on Women. I know you're gonna get salty about this one because you want to go so bad. Sorry, Jamel. This one's for the ladies.
Every event is always for the ladies.
It is Won't You Be My Galentine. You get to make some new connections, have some fun. Thursday, February 10th from 11:30 to 1 p.m. And this one is $30 for members, $40 for future members. And the board installation lunch. It is Thursday, February 24th from 11:30 to 1 p.m. at the Delray Beach Golf Club. And once again, for all these fun events where you can meet new people, network a little bit, go to chamber.delraybeach.com/events.
Now, so that everybody knows, today is an extended show.
Yes.
So it's a special show. It's an extended show.
You're not getting rid of us
Usually
yet.
we're on for like 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes every Wednesday morning. But we want you guys to really stay tuned.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a quick break and get set up for our signing day ceremony for these young men. So if you're at home, grab you some coffee, grab your orange juice, go take a potty break, go tinkle, do whatever you have to do. All right, but we will be back in about 15 minutes, and you'll be able to.
They can watch live, but they can also, if you have to get to work, because we know it's getting a little late, your boss might be angry if you show up late, you can watch it later.
We'll give you an excuse. We'll give you an excuse.
So you have to make sure you watch it later. It's gonna be worth it.
We'll give you an excuse. Don't worry about it. Get fired. We got you. It's okay. But guess what? We'll be back with you. Have a Delray day. See you in a little bit.
Immerse yourself in luxury at our new Tammy Fender Holistic Spa. This holistic haven overlooking the sea offers a wide range of wellness treatments to choose from, including Tammy Fender's legendary facial treatments, energetic balancing services, and a vast range of body treatments and massage modalities. Experience Drift, a new social and dining experience inspired by our location on the ocean and a love for sailing. Get down to monkey business at the Monkey Bar, where you can enjoy handcrafted cocktails, lighter fare, and a beautiful location to hang for a night out with family, friends, and coworkers. Enjoy 50 Ocean's panoramic second-level floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the beautiful Atlantic Ocean as it washes ashore the white sands of Delray Beach. Check out Opal Collection's Delray Sands Resort on Highland Beach. Located directly on the ocean in the exclusive community of Highland Beach, Delray Sands welcomes guests to an intimate 115-room resort.